مرحبا، أنا اسمي زهران ممداني وعم رشح حالي ليكون العمدة الجديد في مدينة نيويورك.
So Kim, we don't want the war. Too bad.
I find that there are only two things which are open to our movements. Ballot or bullet, nothing in between.
I used to say that democracy is haram. Now I say participation in democracy is our jihad. That's our jihad. We're going to fight not through the bullets, but the ballot.
Going to the ballot and voting is now an obligatory action, fard ayn. And it is a jihad that is now needs to be done because this is our modern jihad. You can elect a person who wants the Sharia.
Because in the United States, what we do know is that in the past election, just this last election, there have been over 800 Muslim candidates running for office.
This is the most strange infiltration that shall come upon your screens. It shall come upon you in your movie houses.
So know this, that Islam will enter every house. Every house. Don't worry about the Islamophobes. They can yap all they want, their children will be Muslim.
The future is ours. Every ideal nightmare of a Muslim Europe will come true.
Welcome to Analysis. We have an incredible episode for you today. As we see the rise of socialism in all over United States of America, through Europe, we know, because we've been watching these prophecies for years, that my dad warned about this. And God revealed it to us long in advance. So Christie Desfontaine is here today, and she's going to help us understand some things about Islam. She helped me to understand. And as you just saw in the opening montage that we had there, we can see that the plans of the enemy are beginning to come to fruition.
Yes.
And so we're going to start today by having a look at a prophecy that we've looked at before. At the end of last year, we were seeing some things happening with drones in New Jersey, and we had a look at this prophecy. And what we do know is this was right before my dad went to New York City and ended up landing in New York as Trump was coming down the escalator and announced the Make America Great Again campaign. And so the prophecy we're going to look at today is from June 3rd, just a couple of weeks before that, June 3rd of 2015. And even if you've heard this prophecy before, I want you to listen again, because as we've seen the events most recently, when you look at the prophecies again like this, it's very important because things will start to make sense that didn't before. And that is where we are now. So let's have a look at June 3rd of 2015, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
I call to you, Lord, because you have shown me New York. You've shown me, Lord, how the enemy has once again planned something. It is not like 9/11. This is the most strange infiltration that shall come upon your screens. It shall come upon you in your movie houses. And they shall infiltrate, and they shall say, we'll even black them out. We will even cause them to be so terrorized because there is darkness in one section and darkness in another section. Even as my prophet prays, and the people pray and make declaration that there is only one God, and that eternal God shall destroy the power and the plans of the immortal man. And as we go there, we stand there, declare the will of the Lord, and expose the very forces of hell. I pray today.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what we've seen is what my dad prophesied again and again, the beast of the East. Yes. Now, those of you who have been watching our broadcasts recently, you know we've been bringing this up because in 1993, my dad had a series of visions after injuring himself very seriously. I witnessed this, and that's when he began to see the beast of the East. Then again in 1996, when he prophesied 9/11, he spoke of the beast of the east.
Yes.
Again and again, he referred to this enemy and a group of warriors, prophetic warriors that he called the warriors of the new millennium, who would rise up. God would raise up this army, a prophetic army that will take care of this problem.
Yes.
And so this is certainly not just political. This is spiritual. This is ideological. And my dad prophesied quite a bit about it. And it's not just radical Islam, but also the uniting of radical Islam with communism. But there are some things here that we need to understand. And so Christie's going to help us, and I told you that she would. But we do have another prophecy. I'm wondering if we should play that now.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is another one that you guys have seen. We've played this for you a number of times over the years, and it's a prophecy we've been watching because we knew that it would eventually come to this. And so in Paris, France, in November of 2010, my dad warned again about what would happen with the beast of the East in Europe. And so there he was in Paris, France, and God showed him what was coming. So let's have a look at that. Again, if you've seen this prophecy before, just watch it again because it's going to make a lot more sense to you today as we look at what's occurring in Europe. But let's have a look at that and we'll come back.
But Europe
Mais en Europe,
will be affected
l'Europe sera affectée.
in the same way that Daniel was praying.
Et de la même façon que Daniel a prié,
There was a war in the heavenlies.
il y a eu une guerre dans les lieux célestes.
Prince of Persia.
Et le prince de la Perse.
There was a battle going on.
Il y a eu une bataille qui a été.
As there is today.
Comme il y a aujourd'hui.
And France.
Et la France.
Shall join forces.
Va joindre ses forces.
With Great Britain.
Avec la Grande-Bretagne.
And some other nations.
Et avec d'autres nations.
There will be a war.
Et il y aura une guerre.
It shall be a short war.
Une guerre courte.
Hear me, please.
Écoutez-moi bien.
This war,
cette guerre,
and I'm not talking about a spiritual war.
Et là, je ne parle pas d'une guerre spirituelle.
A war will take place.
Il y aura une guerre.
It shall be short-lived.
Une guerre très courte.
Because as France,
parce que comme la France,
destroyed the power,
a détruit le pouvoir,
of invasion,
de l'envahisseur,
from the Middle East.
Et des envahisseurs du Moyen-Orient,
in the 7th century,
dans le 7e siècle,
so shall it rise up,
alors la France se lèvera,
and destroy the invading forces,
et elle va détruire aussi des forces qui
from
vont
the beast of the east,
qui viendront de l'est,
and they will overcome,
et nous allons vaincre,
an agreement,
et nous allons vaincre un accord,
between Russia,
entre la Russie,
and Iran,
et l'Iran.
And they will only win.
Et nous allons seulement vaincre.
Because I placed this house.
Parce que j'ai placé une maison.
On the soil of France.
Sur le sol de la France.
And because of your words.
Et à cause de vos paroles.
The battle shall be won in the heavenlies.
La bataille sera gagnée dans les lieux célestes.
Says the Lord.
C'est l'Éternel.
So Kim, we don't want the war. Too bad.
Ah, je veux pas faire la guerre. Tant pis.
There shall be. Now don't get frightened.
Il y aura. Maintenant, n'ayez pas peur.
We have an enemy that wants to invade.
Nous avons un ennemi qui voudrait bien envahir.
Take Christ out of Europe.
Afin d'enlever Christ de l'Europe.
Sitting on the front row here.
Ici, dans la rangée de devant.
There's a pastor from the Netherlands.
Nous avons ici un pasteur de la Hollande.
And a pastor from England.
Et un pasteur de l'Angleterre.
They represent the soil.
Ils représentent le sol.
And the territories.
La terre.
God is going to pour out His Spirit.
Où Dieu veut répandre de son esprit.
Germany will be included.
L'Allemagne sera inclus.
Italy.
L'Italie.
There shall be a great move of the Spirit.
Il y aura un grand mouvement de l'esprit.
It is literally the next Reformation.
C'est littéralement la prochaine réforme.
That will come about
qui va arriver
because of reconciliation.
À cause de la réconciliation.
And the fourth Reich
et la quatrième Reich
shall be overcome.
sera vaincue.
For the hatred for the Jewish people
Car la haine contre les Juifs
and the people of Christ
et contre le peuple de Dieu
is causing demonic rage.
est en train de provoquer une rage
But
démoniaque.
God,
Mais Dieu
has made a declaration.
a fait une déclaration.
One word
Une
out of
parole.
the mouth of these people.
Une parole qui sort de son peuple.
And the battle shall be won.
Et la bataille sera gagnée.
That word
Cette parole,
is Yeshua.
c'est Yeshua.
Jesus.
Jésus.
Jesus.
Jésus.
Say his